Everyone, welcome back to another Taekook one shot. Hope you will enjoy it. It was raining in Seoul. The drops hit the rooftop of Jeon Mansion like angry taps on glass, morning, mirroring the rage bottling inside Jungkook, the infamous Mafia Queen of the East. His soft jaw clenched, his chest rising and falling with every breath as his hands crawled into face Jungkook. Where is he? His voice was low, but the air trembled. Namjoon stood still near the doorway of Jungkook's private office, too afraid to take another step. Namjoon, he is on his way back from Busan. He went to check on his aunt. He will be home in an hour. Jungkook, an hour? Jungkook, do you think I can survive an hour with this freaking fire in my chest? The sound of a whiskey glass shatter against the wall made Namjoon flinch, but he didn't say anything. Was not cold rage. This was burning restless, desperate for because thing wasn't here. 1 hour earlier, things POV, the gentle accent of Taehyung hugged his old aunt's goodbye. Her health has improved and the visit warmed his heart. Taehyung, take your mates on time, okay? And stop feeding the neighbor's cat, and they will never leave you alone now. His aunt clenched as she kissed his cheek. Aunt, you are just like your mother, my sweet boy. You are just like your mother, sweet boy, always worrying about everyone. Thank you. One last smile before getting into the car. The driver holding an umbrella for him. He pulled out his phone to call Jungkook, but from when he saw 7 missed calls and 3 texts, Jungkook text, where the heck are you? Jungkook text, call me back. Taehyung. Jungkook text, come home now. Taehyung playing confused. He called him immediately. Taehyung, Jungkook, what happened? His husband's voice was raised. Anger barely in control. Jungkook, I told you not to go. I told you, and you still late. Do you even understand what happened today? Things had skipped a beat. Jungkook, calm down. What happened, Jungkook? They tried to shoot me right outside the casino. I was second being gone. They and you weren't here. There was silence. The line was still connected, but Taehyung could only hear Jungkook breathing hard, chest heaving like a concerned animal. Taehyung, oh God, Jungkook, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Jungkook, I can't calm down without you. Taehyung, don't you get it? Taehyung bit his lips, tears forming in his eyes. Taehyung, I'm coming, baby. Please wait for me. Jian mentioned President Jungkook had thrown 2 more glasses, flipped his desk, and shouted at 3 of the men. None of it helped. His chest hurt not from the bullet that almost got him, but from the emptiness in his heart. He was here. He is here. Thing ran through the hallway like a storm. His hair was damp from the rain. His bag was still on his shoulder, but his eyes only looked for one person, and then he saw him, Jungkook, staring on the bed like a broken statue. Taehyung, Jungkook, the moment their eyes met, something inside Jungkook settled. He stood up and in a flash crossed the room and pulled Taehyung into a soul-crushing hug. Jungkook, don't ever leave me like that again. His voice cracked, his hands trembled as they crawled the back of Taehyung's coat. Taehyung, I'm here now, baby. He dropped the bag and wrapped his arm around Jungkook's waist, pressing their bodies together. Jungkook, they could have killed me, and I couldn't even say goodbye. Taehyung's tears mixed with Jungkook as they both held each other in silence for a long moment. Jungkook pulled back enough. You are them. I get it now. I'm sorry for going without telling you properly. I didn't know how scared you were, Jungkook. I wasn't scared of that. I was scared of losing the chance to touch you again. That softness in the voice was such a too early race. Taehyung cupped his cheek, thumb gently rubbing circle. Taehyung, you are home, you are safe, and I'm not going anywhere. Jungkook leaned his touch like a desperate man, his lips brushed against Taehyung's fingers. Jungkook, stay with me tonight, all night. Don't ever go to the bathroom without telling me. Taehyung plunged through his sniffles. Taehyung, yes, sir. Jungkook smiled for the first time, and hours later that night they lie in the bed, tangled like Jungkook rested his head on Taehyung's chest, listening his heartbeat. Jungkook, I think I scared everyone today. Taehyung, Jungkook, you are not scared of me, Taehyung, because I am the only one who knows you are just a big angry puppy inside. Jungkook, I almost crawl at Namjoon. Taehyung applies tomorrow, maybe give him a cookie. Jungkook clenches. Jungkook, you make the world funny again. He looked up at Taehyung's face, eyes deep and soft. Jungkook, when I told you the darkness inside me disappear, Taehyung, then keep holding me, Jungkook, forever. They kissed, soft, no rush, just hunger. The days later, it has been 3 peaceful, quiet, healing days in the Jian Mansion. Jungkook, the ruthless mafia boss who once crawled an underworld with lion fist, had not stepped into the office, has not made a single trade, and hadn't even raised his voice. The only order he gave were to the kitchen for more pancakes and his guards. No more disturb us, no business, because he was busy. Busy lying in bed, arm tangled around Taehyung, busy kissing his husband's forehead every time he stood, busy catching his breath, not from enemies but from love. Jungkook, did you hear? I'm not scaring the staff anymore. Taehyung giggling. That's because you are turned into a game cola. You are literally clung to me for 3 days. Jungkook, did serious. My mafia cola sounds cute and illegal, but peace is always temporary, and some shadows are pushed away. Meanwhile, at a city underground bar in Itaewon, a tall man with sharp eyes and an unsettling smirk walked into the club. The sound of his boots loud over the bass of the music. He clutches rested against the bar counter as he spoke one name, stranger Jeon. Jungkook. I heard he's gone soft. Where is he? The bartender flinched but quickly answered. Bartender, the Jian mentioned but didn't go looking for him. He is dangerous. The man smirked wider. Strangers am I? His name? Ryeon. Jungkook's ex-right hand man and his ex something else. But at the mansion, night time, Taehyung was in the bath, surrounded by lavender scented bubbles. The warm glow of the cuddles made his skin shimmer, and Jungkook, marry me again? Taehyung blinks, huh? Jungkook, let's renew our vows. Just us not to say I do while looking into your eyes again. Taehyung melted his cheeks, breath turning pink. Taehyung, you sap. You are supposed to be scary, not soft. Jungkook, I'm soft for you, just you. Taehyung leaned forward and Jungkook forehead slashing some water into his face. Taehyung, okay, let's do it, but this time no bodyguard at the altar. Taehyung deal, just me, you, and the thousands candle. But as fate would have it, the moment couldn't stay perfect just because fate. Jungkook's phone burst. He ignored it first 2 times, but Namjoon called Namjoon. Jungkook, you are not gonna like this. Ryeon is back. Jungkook set up warm, leaving his face instantly. Jungkook, Ryeon, he is supposed to be dead. Jungkook, apparently not. He was spotted in Itaewon asking about you. I think he is looking for revenge. Taehyung lying beside him said, up to he could hear the range in Jungkook's voice as he clenched his phone tighter. Jungkook, tell him if he takes one step near this house, I will burn him with his boots on. He hung up. Taehyung, who's run? Jungkook didn't reply right away. He stood, walked over to window, straightening moonlight filtered through the glass. Jungkook, he used to be everything I wasn't supposed to want. Taehyung, quietly, you were lovers. Jungkook turned, meeting Taehyung's gaze. Jungkook, it was before you. Years ago, we were more enemies than anything, but there was something there. It ended badly. I thought he was gone for good. Taehyung looked down at the blanket. His head Jungkook walked over and caught Taehyung's face gently. Jungkook, there is no one else for me. If Ryeon tries anything, I wouldn't let him get close. Taehyung, you don't need to prove anything, Koo. Just promise me you will be careful. Jungkook, only if you promise not to leave my side. Taehyung is smiling softly. I am glued to his side. Mafia cola. The next morning, Taehyung walked into the kitchen humming, wearing Jungkook's oversized black hoodie that his small frame. Jungkook's bodyguard. Taehyung is smiling. Morning, Mrs. Yeon. Taehyung, morning. Where is my grumpy husband? Taehyung, greeting. Training room, probably breaking punching bags. Taehyung, going already? He didn't even eat breakfast. Returned to underground gym and found Jungkook trains inside shirtless, fist rapid punching the sandbag so hard and the ceiling shook. His jaw was clenched, his muscles were tensed, rage poured out every hit. Then, hey, breakfast before mother. Remember? Jungkook froze at the sound of the voice. He turned around, eyes wild, almost red with frustration. Then, walking slowly towards him. You are angry again. Jungkook is coming for me first. Then, so fight him, but don't fight yourself, Cook. Don't let the anger win. He reached out, placed a hand on Jungkook's chest. His touch was like magic. The wordless in Jungkook's eyes softened. His fist unclenched, his breath slowed. How do you do that? Because your heart listens to me. Even when your head doesn't. Jungkook, I need you. Every second, every moment. I can't be this man without you. Then let's sit together. They stayed like that, forehead to forehead, breathing the same air until the world stopped spinning. Later that day, Jungkook had a meeting scheduled with Namjoon and the security team. Taehyung stayed upstairs reading a book on the terrace until a loud explosion shook the ground. Taehyung, Jungkook, he ran downstairs barefoot, heart pounding in the garden. Smoke rose from a burning car. Jungkook and the man stood near it in hand. Ryeon had sent a message, a car no one was hurt, but the message was clear. He was near and he wasn't planning anything more. Jungkook pulled Taehyung into his arms, right? Didn't let go ever once. Jungkook, you need to leave the mansion for a few days. Taehyung, no. Jungkook, please. If something happens to you, I wouldn't survive it. Taehyung, firmly. And if something happens to you while I am gone, I wouldn't survive it either. Jungkook pressed his lips to Taehyung's temple, defeated. Jungkook, then stay close. No matter what, Taehyung, always. Of smoke and fire, the Germans was under lockdown. Guards patrolled every inch of state security cameras with one hand gripping the and other wrapped protectively around Taehyung's waist. Jungkook, no one stepped near him, not even the wind. Namjoon, we are doubling the night patrol. There were reports Ryeon's man has been seen near Han River. Jungkook, if he stepped foot on my land, he wouldn't leave with legs. Taehyung stood silently by the door, watching Jungkook from afar. His husband was slowly turning back. The cold-hearted beast he had once worked so hard to buy, and it scared him that night. Taehyung couldn't sleep. He lay in the bed alone. Jungkook hadn't returned from his underground office since evening. He was planning, preparing, observing. Taehyung walked from. Taehyung looked up. Jungkook, you should be sleeping. Taehyung, are you should be healing. Jungkook scoffed but didn't fight him. Taehyung walked in, sat beside him, gently held him. Bruce, did you punch the wall? Jungkook softly. I needed to feel something that other than fear. Taehyung, you are not scared of. I am scared of losing you. Taehyung pulled him into hug. Their foreheads met, then stopped, drawing in the past. Look at me. I am here. I am alive. I am yours. Harsh voice. You used to call me his. Now he calls me his mistake. And what do you call me? My entire world. Taehyung smiled through the tears. He didn't realize has falling. Promise me something, anything. Jungkook, if something happens to me. Taehyung cut him off. No, Jungkook, Taehyung, I will fight beside you. I will live beside you, and if it needed, I will die beside you. So don't ask me to promise anything else. Jungkook stood tight and Jungkook, then stay with me tomorrow. Don't leave my side for even a second. Taehyung, even if you sneeze, I will bless you personally. The next day, chaos comes. It was morning, bird crept, the sun rose lazily, and then a scream followed by then silence. Jungkook jolted up from the ground beach where he and Taehyung had been drinking tea. Guard rushing in, intrude on the west wing, mask on. Jungkook stood protectively in front of Taehyung, pulling from belt and from back. Oh, take him to the bunker now. Taehyung, no. Jungkook, please. Taehyung, we promise don't make me break it. Jungkook clenched his jaw but didn't argue. Instead, he wrapped one hand tightly around Taehyung's waist, dragged him with him as he stormed into the mansion. Inside, smoke filled the hallway. Guards shouted. Glass shattered. A fire started in the living room, and standing at the center of it, like a devil returned from hell, was Ryeon. His hair was shorter now, sliced back, and his body was lean, but eyes the same hateful, burning eyes. Hello, Ryeon. Jungkook raised his leave now, or I will shoot you where you stand. You would shoot the man who once shared. Taehyung coldly, he will, and I will help load the next bullet. Gaze shifted to Taehyung, the legend behind the soft name. You must be the famous. You look wrinkled. Do you bleed easily? Jungkook growls. If you touch him, you will never breathe again. Suddenly, Ryeon laughed. Echoed Jungkook, so Taehyung aside, took it. tangled Ryeon to the floor. They faced lying, splattered onto the marble floor. Taehyung shouting, Jungkook Ryeon stupid Jungkook's shoulder. Jungkook had butted him in return. Then bang, Taehyung had picked it up. Jungkook dropped it during the struggle. His hands trembled as the smoke left. Burial Ryeon froze. The bullet has grazed his leg. Taehyung, don't touch. Jungkook took the chance. He punched Ryeon one final time, knocking him out cold. Jungkook winching, you shot him. Taehyung, I thought I missed. Jungkook, you didn't. That was hot. Taehyung, tears in eyes, laughing, you idiot, shut up. He pulled Jungkook's face close and kissed him, desperately tasting blood and fear and love. Jungkook, don't cry. I'm okay, Taehyung. You are not allowed to get stabbed again or punched or hit. Jungkook, so no more fighting with mirror either. Taehyung is smiling through tears. You are unbelievable that night. Healing once and hearts. Jungkook sat in bed, bandaged and shirtless, while Taehyung fed him soup with a pot. Taehyung, next time wear armor. Jungkook, next time I'm making you wear it too. Taehyung, quietly, you could have died today. Jungkook, so could you? Taehyung's eyes softened as he leaned closer, the lips bruising Taehyung. But we didn't. We made it. Jungkook together. They kissed again. The time softer, longer, more tender. Jungkook pulled Taehyung into the bed with him, arm wrapped tightly, never letting go. A week later, aftermath, Ryeon was in a private underground prison countries of Namjoon. The mansion was being repaired. The trauma still lingered, but the love grew stronger. Jungkook, I want to go away for a few days, just us, mountain cabin. No, no shorts either. Jungkook is smirking. Only if you promise not to stare. No promises. As they walk hand in hand through the garden that had once burned, Taehyung stopped it and turned to face Jungkook. You once said you burn when I'm not near. Jungkook, I still do. Taehyung, then I will be your water every time, every day, always. Jungkook leaned in forehead to forehead, close, and I will be your fire. Just enough to keep you warm, not to hurt. They stood there under the golden sky, holding each hand. Two broken boys who found peace not in silence or control but in love. 3 weeks later, somewhere in mountain, the world was quiet, just wind, bird song, and the slow stretch of sunrise blending over pine-covered hills. Taehyung leaned against the wooden balcony, hands wrapped around a warm mug, oversized brown sweater swelling his frame. His hair was messy, his lips were soft with sleep. He looked like a poem. Behind him, Jungkook slid open the curtain door. His swan had closed and bandages were gone, but something deeper, more invisible was still. Jungkook greeted him. Taehyung turned, lips curling up. Jungkook parted, asking about his nickname. Taehyung teased him, and Jungkook walked up behind him, arm wrapped slowly around Taehyung's waist and resting his shoulder. He told Taehyung crawling was his love language. Taehyung. They laughed. Taehyung mistook a rabbit for a rock and screamed like it was an assassin. And they danced barefoot, breathless in the small wooden living room. A dusty old speaker played soft jazz. The world outside didn't matter. Taehyung took and Jungkook followed. Taehyung asked if he would follow him even into a field of flowers. That night, beneath the stars, they lay on a thick blanket. The single sweater pulled over both of them. The stars blinked above infinity and uncanny. But all Jungkook cared about was a man. Tuck it into his chest and asked him to reveal something no one else knows. Jungkook hesitated. He looked at the star, then back. One thing brighter. He admitted he didn't think he would live to see 25. Taehyung asked what changed. Now Jungkook said he wanted 80 years with him. Taehyung argued about the snoring. Jungkook teased him more. Taehyung told him he was lucky he was loved. Jungkook said he was the lucky one. They kissed. Few days later, rain morning, they were packing. Taehyung folded sweaters. Jungkook stared out the window, watching rain slide down the glass like a prayer. He admitted he didn't want to return. Taehyung asked if he meant work. Jungkook clarified he didn't want to return to that version of himself. Taehyung walked up behind him, arms slid around his waist, head pressing into his back. He told him he didn't want to go back as that man. Jungkook said it sounded easy. Taehyung promised to be by his side. Easy, he stumbled every step. Jungkook asked how he always knew what to say. Taehyung told him that he listened his heart. Even in silence, back at Seoul 1 week later, Jungkook returned to his office, but this time he smiled. One evening, candles and concussion during dinner room crawled with candlelight. The table set for two. Jungkook in a black suit, Taehyung in a white shirt to get into the soft waist trouser. Taehyung teased that it felt like a day. Jungkook comforted it was. Before Taehyung could respond, Jungkook stood, walked around the table, dropped it to one knee. He pulled out a ring. He asked if Taehyung would marry him again. Taehyung's eyes filled with tears. He reminded him they were already married. Jungkook told him that didn't matter, but he wanted it again. Wondered forever again. Taehyung laughed. Tears said yes. 2 months later, private was just the two of them. A flower garden behind their mansion. Hearts bare. Jungkook was to lie down in his weapon to burn the world if needed and to protect the one who made him feel like home. Taehyung promised to his calm in the storm, to save his car and to stay no matter what came. They shielded it with not out of habit or hate, but like promise, a truth ever written into the bones. Some quiet sunlight streamed through the bedroom window. Jungkook spoon Taehyung noise. asked them, and the fire between them, it didn't burn anymore. They didn't burn. So everyone, how was it? Comment me down. I will be back. Bye bye.